get buckets.
What's going on? Don't look at me like that. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the show. We've got lots of big news today, trades and whatnot. And yeah, they happened yesterday, but I was trying to sleep. Come on, I'm not paid for this. So what are we talking about today? Well, specifically, we're talking about the trading of D'Angelo Russell for Brook Lopez and the trade of Dwight Howard. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear about that, then you know what? Find another video in my channel, of course. They're right down here, and click on them. Welcome back to the NBA, where the off-season is better than the actual season. In some ways, it's sort of like the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Once you get to Hufflepuff, you really don't care, but the anticipation of possibly going to Slytherin is what keeps you tuned in. So yesterday, a few big trades were taking place, and all the good YouTubers instantly put out a video about them. Well, here at Brodo, I like to let it settle into the back of my mind as I procrastinate and save it for another day. But if anyone asks critically, I'm trying to get the facts straight. That's why the videos are late. I'm trying to get the facts straight. So what happened? Well, the Lakers are blowing it up, which begs to ask the question, can you actually tank harder than the bottom team in the league? The answer is an unequivocal yes, and the new question is, can the Kentucky Wildcats beat the Los Angeles Lakers? Once again, the answer is most likely yes. So Adrian Woj tweets out yesterday, Lakers are trading Tim Mozgov and D'Angelo Russell to Nets for Brook Lopez and 27th pick Thursday, sources say. Okay, first off, his name is Timothy. Only his friends get to call him Tim, and Woj, you don't know him like that. As for D'Angelo Russell, aka Chuck Sorta Nice, well, he's on his way to Brooklyn. So why are the Lakers making this trade? Well, it's most likely because they're trying to build cap space so they can sign future stars, well, current stars, but in the future, LeBron James, Paul George, etc., etc. They're trying to build a team, and they got to ditch that money that is on Mozgov's name. Why did they do that? Mozgov, he's cashing in right now. Also, with the almost certainty of them drafting Lonzo Ball in the number 2 spot in the draft this Thursday, the question would have been, what do the Lakers do with 2 trash compactors? Alright, so according to Woj, the Lakers will shed $54 million that were on the Timothy Mozgov contract. And can we just talk about this for a second? $54 million. Did you know that Timothy Mozgov is making more than John Wall, like one of the undisputed best point guards, maybe the best point guard in the East, is making less money? All right, so I'm not saying I could do better than most NBA owners, but with $54 million, I could take your average Joe off the street and make him better than Timothy Mozgov played this past season. So in regards to that, yeah, I probably am better than most NBA owners, to be completely honest. Alright, so the Brooklyn Nets get D'Angelo Russell, who is known for 3 things. They are leaks, L's, and, well, D'Angelo, why don't you tell him?
Ice in your veins, take us through that last play.
I play like shit.
Yes, that D'Angelo Russell. Farewell, my sweet prince. Good luck in New York. Alright, and besides that, Brook Lopez is actually a underrated player. The guy is only 29, and he constantly beats up on my fantasy teams because I underrated him. Never again will I underrate Brook Lopez. Plus, you add Brook Lopez to a lineup of LeBron James, Paul George, and Lonzo Ball. I'm thinking that maybe 10 years down the line, although I don't think LeBron in a wheelchair is going to be quite as good as LeBron standing up, but you never know, it's LeBron. He may be better in a wheelchair because he's got better ball handling skills. Wheelchair ball. It's a thing. Look it up. And really, at that point, all they would be missing is a serviceable shooting guard. So, I don't know, get a solid prospect like D'Angelo Russell, and I think you guys got a contender. So, what do I think about all this? Well, I think, it's a pretty good trade on both ends. I think the Brooklyn Nets needed to get rid of Brook Lopez. It's confusing. I think the Brooklyn Nets needed to get rid of Brook Lopez's contract because it was expiring. He's 29. They don't want to build off of him. They want to build off D'Lo. And in the future, when they get picks, they can start building up again. As for the Lakers, they are currently in a more near contending mode with, of course, Paul George and most likely LeBron James coming in the offseason. So they want to ditch D'Lo, make space for Lonzo. It's just all around it seems to work out. And I think, like I said, in 10 years, maybe the Lakers will be able to fend off the Warriors in the finals of the Western Conference, of course, because that's when they play each other, because I know basketball. Okay, so in other news, the Charlotte Bobcats are trading Marco Bellinelli, Miles Plumlee, and a 41st for Dwight Howard and a 31st. And I thought I was the only one who thought the Bobcats are cooler than the Hornets. Apparently, Marc Stein also thinks that the Bobcats are a cooler name than the Hornets. Come on, Marc Stein, you're an NBA reporter. You actually get paid for this stuff. You're getting it wrong? Like, are you trolling us? Are these memes that you're sending out into the atmosphere the Bobcats? What year are you living in, Marc Stein? I mean, okay, I don't fault you, the Bobcats are cooler, but you gotta get your facts straight. If you're working for ESPN, or did he just get fired? Alright, so I have to think that the Hornets won this trade. Marco Bellinelli has not been good for a while, and isn't the name Plumlee just the name that they give to players who have no identity? It's kind of like John Doe. It's like, yeah, we got another Plumlee here. What do you want us to do with him? I don't know, man. Send him to the examination room. I mean, how many Plumlees are in this league? I don't know. But how many Plumlees are bad? I do know that, and it's a number that is divided by itself. It's like infinity. Big number. But here's the thing, when was the last time that you actually heard from Dwight Howard? I mean, he's been on the Rockets for 3 years, and honestly, he's been quiet ever since, I don't know, the playoffs. I didn't even see him in the playoffs this year, and that's probably why James Harden choked. It's because he couldn't find Dwight Howard. Okay, so Dwight is actually a serviceable center, and I think he will be okay on the Bobcats. As for the 31st pick, you know, the Bobcats may wind up getting a player such as, Allen Crabbe. They'll get a solid steal at the 31st pick. But as for the Hawks at the 41st pick, all I can think of is they're probably going to get a couple of Plumlees. My conspiracy theory is Dwight Howard is not a human. He is actually some sort of computer virus who is getting emailed from organization to organization and slowly destroying them from within. He's actually not human. He is a bionic shoulder man who is like some sort of superhero that goes around, gets into your system, shuts it down. And I don't know who created this monster, but I have a feeling that it will be going on for a long time. So beware of the Bobcats, because pretty soon Michael Jordan probably created this monster, and he's coming back home. Come back to dad. Come back to dad. Dwight, you're home now. And lastly, my son already ate his ass up twice, according to Aaron Fox on Lonzo Ball. Listen, Aaron Fox, I don't think that means what you think it means, but it means what you don't think it means. And really, I don't think you want to be saying what you're saying. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but come on, man. Come on. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm going to keep you guys up to date as best as possible. Hopefully nothing's happened since I started filming, because then I have to make another video, and another video, and another video, and guess how many videos I'm going to have to make. A lot of videos. So, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.